as I was coming up, well, actually, I was on the cutoff road when I saw the Z train, as they so namely name it for some unknown reason. I don't know why. To me, it's still an intermodal train. I saw it as it was going down. This is the AZCR connection to the Peavine. This is the westbound, more or less the westbound. How the westbound traffic gets out of off of Peavine and to California. And I saw the intermodal train, and now I'm trying to catch it, and I may not be able to catch it because the speed limit on this route is actually 55, and I definitely want to get out behind the dang intermodal container trailer behind me because he was only doing 50 for some unknown stupid reason. So I'm not trying to speed, but I'm still trying to catch the train and catch, you know, I was looking on Facebook to see if anyone made any posts about it leaving this morning, and the usual people that either hadn't posted it yet or missed it this morning. So I wanted to see if I could catch it and see what was pulling. I mean, of course, they've already made the interchange back at CHS, so I'm assuming it's AZCR pulling it, but I wanted to see if they're in the paint scheme of green and white, or cream and white, however, I don't know exactly how they are, or if it's in the Genesee and Wyoming colors, which I have found out that Genesee and Wyoming has been bought out by some Canadian company. So I'd like to see what the new paint scheme is, or if they're just going to leave it with the new colors as orange and black and yellow. I guess there's some yellow in there too, and maybe some red. Anyway, like I said, oh, I do see it. We are making headway. I am speeding. Shh, be quiet. Don't tell anybody. But I do see the end of the intermodal train. It looks like it's all trailers at the moment. So anyway, if you all watched the contest, or actually watched the running train session last night on my stream, Vinny is considering putting intermodal back into his layout, which I'd be happy, even if it just goes down to Glendale, which is where, you know, I'm thinking that's where it is Glendale, where that yard is at that he's got there, and I'm thinking that's where technically it's not, you know, you gotta selectively compress everything so you can get everything to work. So technically the yard isn't in the same location as they're not stacked on top of each other in real life. The yard is there's actually a 4-track staging yard before you get to the intermodal yard. And the intermodal yard only has 2 tracks with one separate straddle crane working each track. And yes, there's a section that is between the staging tracks. Okay, so you have the staging tracks, and then you have a little section that is the work area where I'm assuming they unload both, but there is a little further on down, there's a little section where they park trailers. But looking at it on the map, it looks like they work both trailers and containers in the same area. And I'm assuming they probably have one track is for containers and one track is for trailers. You know, trailers that are either in well cars or all-purpose well car, or trailers on spine cars. And I don't think they run flat or 89-foot flats anymore. Oh, actually, I thought it was a trailer train. This is actually an intermodal containers. Those lovely containers, all those metal boxes. But look, each one of those metal boxes could be being pulled by a tractor. So this train is actually taking jobs away from truck drivers. But there's enough traffic out here on the road that all these intermodal trains technically really isn't taking any jobs away, because there is actually a shortage of truck drivers right now in the United States. Because of the ELD, a whole bunch of old timers have since now retired, and now we have a shortage of truck drivers. Just a little tidbit there. So like I said, said, we are catching it. And if yep, see right there. That's zoomed in. We're only about a half a mile behind it right now. So there's the intermodal train. Looks like it's all JB Hunt. There are a couple, looks like Schneider maybes. And there aren't too many Schneiders, but it looks like there might be some trailers. Oops, sorry about that. Looks like there might be some trailers or some single containers stacked up in front, but we'll just mosey on along and catch it. See, there is, I noticed this, there's a grain elevator they put in out here. And then there's a little, I can actually slow down. We'll slow down here a little bit. Looks like they got a transfer yard here. See, there's some containers sitting back here. I kind of caught up on it too quickly. I don't know if I could go slow enough. I don't know if they're actually transferring containers or if they made just a team track out here where they're swapping stuff. But I see they put up a grain elevator. I think they made a little team track. Hey, there's actually that's a top lift container crane right there. See that? That's a top lift container crane. I wonder if there's I know there's an egg. See, there's there's some grain cars. Oh, there's a nice little switcher out here too, and it's behind the building right now. So they made this transfer station. There's a switcher. All right, back on to the Z train. Rose Acres. That's the egg farm that they made out here. They built an egg farm and it's called Rose Acres. So here's the Z train. Just zoom back in. I'll get back up to speed here. I got a car behind me. That could be a cop car. Maybe not. But we'll just watch and follow this. See, that's a JB Hunt Intermodal. Most of them are JB Hunts. Like I said, there's some orange up here someplace. I just saw some orange, which are probably Schneider containers. I don't want to go too fast. There's still a speed limit on this route. Like I said, 55. I don't know what the cops, if they'd stop me for doing 60 or not. I'm glad I came this way because this route follows the AZCR that actually connects with the Peavine at, where they do their interchange, which is at CHS, Castle Hot Springs. So this is, they do the interchange. This goes to Parker, and then from Parker it cuts across California, kind of mimics State Route 62 across California. And someplace in there, like at Cadiz, I think it's Cadiz, it joins back up with the Transcon, the BNSF Transcon. So there they'll make another switch they'll go from the AZCR locomotives back to BNSF, and then that will go up into Barstow and hit the yards there at Barstow and either go northwest to Bakersfield or continue on southwest to LA. There's some Schneider orange in the sea of white and green and yellow. And they are using those well cars to their full potential because all these are 53-foot containers. And these are all 53-foot well cars. I mean, they got to be because that's what's on the bottom position is a 53-foot container. Wasn't sure if I could go live. I don't think I can actually see if I can actually have gone live, but I know the signal out here is probably kind of shoddy, so that's why it's being recorded. And I can see the lead locomotives. Hopefully we can stay. Even right now, he's not doing 60. I'm doing about 58, 59. He's probably doing 55, if maybe even slower than 55. So I'm passing, I'm catching the leads here. Pickup behind me. I'm just gonna set the cruise at 58. Just let me overtake this intermodal train. So I see they got some containers on flat or on spine cars up here. I think I got two up, so we got some more Schneiders popping in here. We got 6 more Schneider containers. So those are single cars here. Those where the Schneiders are at, those are actually single well cars. They're not a 3 unit or anything. So you like these containers on these spine cars? That's a 5 unit there. Oh, excuse me, that's a 3 unit there, and then another 3 unit. But we got a this is the hey, they didn't swap power out. So anyway, we got a container on a chassis on a spine car. Okay, now this is a switch. They didn't swap power out. I'll let it, I'm not going to tell you. They got another trailer on a chassis on a spine car. So I wonder why they didn't swap power out, because these are actually BNSF locos here. And this is the AZCR. Blow Vinny's mind. I got BNSF pulling the intermodal way out past Castle Hot Springs. Unless they'll make the switch in Parker. Maybe that's where they'll make the switch to the AZCR. And who knows, it may just go ahead and continue. That's probably where they'll make the interchange, because, well, no, I bet not. Actually, I tell you not, it probably won't. They'll probably just go ahead and slide on out onto the Transcon there at Cadiz and head on to Barstow. So that's a different one. All right. They're supposed to be working on this road. There's supposed to be a bridge restriction up here at 11 foot. Nothing wider than 11 foot. Sign back there said no edge markings or no line markings. I see line markings. I don't think they know what they're talking about. Since we're past the intermodal train, I'll just speed up here a little bit. We got Bouse is out here, B-O-U-S-E. So I'll have to slow down for it. Cut-off route 72 is. There's a little, it's called the Vicksburg Road. It's exit 45 off of I-10. There's a pilot there. A pilot took over one of the smaller gas stations that was out here. So there's a pilot there at exit 45, and then you go up this it's called the Vicksburg Road. Because where the roundabout is, if you go east, you go into Vicksburg. The other thing, that road also takes you to Wickenburg, because it's also Route 60. Spin that back around. I got the charging cord on, it keeps wanting to pull it over. Alright, so I'm going to try to make 15-minute videos here. So it's coming up on 15. Oh, I should have grabbed that picture of that bridge there. We're also coming up here on Bouse. I wanted to see if I could get Bouse on this video. Yeah, I like this flash flood area. All these low spots where they decided not to put a culvert in because it was cheaper just to have the road undulate up and down. Yeah, these all wash out when they get their monsoons, and then they tell you not to cross the road or cross the water or running water area. Hey, that was Joshua Drive. That was Joshua Drive right there. That's a VFW there that we just passed. There's something back there on the left. I'm not sure what. I actually haven't seen a speed limit chain sign yet. We're coming up on Bouse. it's 15 minutes. 15. They let it run about 16 or 17. So this is Bouse. This is RV park. Then we got some smaller. That's supposed to be the beauty shop. There's a hardware store. Yeah, check that hardware store out right there. People in campers live out here. Another RV park right there. Here's the church, Bouse Southern Baptist Church. There's the first Peavine sign. There is a Family Dollar out here. Wow. And there is a highway patrol officer too, coming at us right here. So they got a Family Dollar. There's the beer joint. Didn't show it unless it's probably on there. There's a propane dealer. There's a Family Dollar. It does look like it is open. Airport on the other side of the tracks. They do have a little memorial set up here. So we got a real estate office, lodge, Ocotillo Lodge. They must have bikers there. There's another bar. Over here we got a little memorial set up. There's some APC tank. There's a Sherman tank, the Sandy. Old Army truck right there. Some other art, old military stuff. There's an old steam engine. Looks like mining equipment. Mining whatnot. There's a Roadrunner Market. There's a restaurant right there. Don't know what that is. House RV Park has purified drinking water. That's no longer. There's Coyote Ridge RV Park there. Looks like they've replaced the ties. Old ties are laying along the tracks over here. I know you'd like to watch that. It's just a track, nothing big deal about railroad tracks unless there's a train on there. Here's Bouse Tire. And what else? Plaza Market. Which says it's open, but I don't think it is not yet. Looks like they're counting. This side they have not worked on the road. Looks like they need to. Could not see if there was a siding here in Bouse.